All right, we are starting a training video. Here's my toolbar right here showing that we're 4 or 5 seconds into the training video. I'm going to go ahead and flatten that down for right now. All right, so I have already on my desktop made a blank folder where I'm going to put the UPC pictures that I'm about to show you. The next thing I'm going to do is I am going to go into my Google Sheets and I am going to open the folder that I'm looking for. And the folder that I'm looking for is in this case, we're going to be training with the Katie Tuesday 3 pallets and Julia. I'm going to show you a few things. This actually represents 1, 2, 3, 4 pallets. Normally when we get them and when you get them, there's not going to be any information in the lead or the title. So I'm actually going to start down here and show you what I've done here. This is an example of a spreadsheet where we've already done the title. This is what Walmart sent us. It says Coleman Prairie Breeze 8-person cabin tent with built-in LED light. However, to get a title, I need something shorter than that. I'm going to go ahead and stretch this out to show you. Okay, this title needs to be shortened. So I am going to change it right now so that it reads, give me 1 second here while I mess with my keyboard a little bit. Okay. Got cords going everywhere. All right, so for this title, I'm going to go ahead and change this. It can only be 5 to 6 words maximum. So right now, I'm going to get rid of this part that says that it's got the built-in LED light, and I'm going to put that it is a Coleman 8-person cabin tent. Okay, they're still going to be able to see that it's the Coleman Prairie Breeze, but I need to shorten it for a title. Same thing is true here. This is an electric fireplace, so I'm going to change this to Bold Flame Electric Fireplace. Okay, that's going to be the title. Next one is a Bounce Pro trampoline. I'm going to call this a Bounce Pro trampoline. Normally I'd like a little bit longer word than just 3 letters, but that's all right for this one. Okay, so this next one is a Razor electric scooter. I'm not going to leave in there that it says for kids sizes 8 and up with a pneumatic front tire. I'm going to change this to a Razor Black Label electric scooter. And I'm going to get rid of all of this. Reason being, it will still be on the longer description that's going to be part of my catalog. But right here, this is the title to the book. This is the contents of the book. They will be able to see both, but it's important that I shorten the title so that it fits in a space. I believe it's no more than 150 characters. So these titles here are fine. This one's actually a little shorter than it needs to be. This is good. So let's look at this one. This is going to be a Mad Gear Drift Trike. So on this one, I'm going to go ahead and delete the rest of the stuff because the long description's still there. Here we go. We've got a Better Homes and Gardens outdoor egg chair. So I'm going to go ahead and put Better Homes and Gardens egg chair. That's going to be the title for this one. Okay. Then this is a Blackstone Adventure Ready griddle. I'm going to remove this. And there's its title. Okay, next, excuse me. Next, what do we have here? Looks like we've got a set of 2 chairs. Now, a couple of things to notice here. On here, Walmart left this note that says, please be advised that sets may be missing or incomplete. we have already checked and made sure that it was incomplete. So I'm going to change this title to say pair of ladder back rush seat chairs. Okay. Then in the long description, you see how it says this here, ladder seat chairs, set of 2 multiple colors. First of all, we're going to know what the color is by the time we do the picture. So I'm going to get rid of the thing that says multiple colors, and I'm going to get rid of that disclaimer that says it might be complete. If we are checking it in, we have already checked that they are in fact complete. All right. Okay, so here we have a Sunny Health Fitness upright row and ride rowing machine. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the brand Sunny Health Fitness, and it's going to be called an upright row and ride rowing machine. Okay, this one is extra thick puzzle mat. I'm going to put extra thick puzzle exercise mat. That's going to be the title there. Here we have I'm going to get rid of the color here because they can see that in the next line. And I'll get rid of this just so I know I have enough room. Kent Ambush Boys Bike. Here we have a KidCraft Dreamy Dollhouse. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this part because it's in the longer description. That's a nice title. That's about as long as you'd want a title to be right there. That's about as long as it can be. So you also might, want to try to like shorten your thing up to remind you. Now, here we go. Better Homes and Gardens. 2-inch cordless faux wood blinds. I'm going to go ahead and take away that thing about multiple sizes. And I'm going to try to do this. Better Homes, cordless faux wood blinds. Okay? And since that still might be a little bit long, we could always put Better Homes, cordless blinds. Okay? Those things are still true. And the longer description will give them more information on the next line. All right, so here we've got women's football stripes joggers. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the medium in Washington to make it short enough. Here we've got some more of those blinds. So I'm going to go ahead and just copy this again. I'm going to hit Control Copy. And I'm going to go down and just change this here. Okay, same thing. Then we've got here, 2-in-1 snug and secure swing. I don't need to have magenta in the line. All right. Then we have, it looks like a pet waterer. I don't need to know that it's dark gray, so I'm getting rid of that. I'm also going to get rid of the word Aspen Pet so that it just says Le Bistro Gravity Pet Waterer. Last one, it says My Sweet Love Umbrella Stroller. So I'm going to go ahead and take rid of that, and I'm going to say that it's an umbrella stroller for 18-inch dolls. Now, I have now created the titles for this particular palette. Also on this palette, when we do the pictures, these are going to be the way that we number the pictures with these numbers right here. A quick note for you, when you get into the ones that say -PRSC, you will not need to get the pictures for those in most cases. In most cases, by the time it says -PRSC, that means it's actually gone off to a different department. So you can pretty much stop. Anytime you see where it says -PRSC, you really actually won't need that, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and delete this. Later on, my team will go in and list the description. But here's a few more things that you need to know. So every item that we do, one thing that I will do when I'm done with that is I stretch this out to make sure it doesn't have any more of those little notes that say, please be advised. That these may be missing parts because we don't want to leave that in my catalog. If it's in my catalog, that means we've already checked and made sure that it was in fact complete. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and make sure that my short title right here, as well as my long title, are both ready on this palette that we're working with now. All right, so next important thing is the UPC number. Now, these UPC numbers, I'm going to take 1, 2, 3 of them at a time for this thing. I'm going to hit Control Copy, and I'm going to take them up to my UPC item database. You see the name right there? UPC item DB, as in UPC item database. It's upcitemdatabase.com. All right. Now, I'm going to go there and I'm going to take those 3 UPCs and I'm going to search. All right. So it's showing me all 3. Now, it's telling me that this nice Coleman tent has a price range that ranges between $46 and $754. It's saying that the trampoline has a range between $239 and $281. And it's saying that the electric fireplace, pretty much everybody agrees it's about $165. So I'm going to click on this one and I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to look and see. All right, so Walmart says it's $410. I sort of find that hard to believe when everything else is showing it closer to $300. Let me click on that real quick. Okay, yeah, so when you actually click on it at Walmart, it's actually showing $240. Now, I'm going to go back. And again, this is telling you that it's got a price range of $46 to $754. This is way too low and that's way too high. But based on the research we just did, we're going to go ahead and call that we think that a reasonable retail price nationwide for this tent is about $300. This one, because it ranges between $240 and $280, and it's a nice trampoline and it's got an enclosure, we'll go ahead and call that one $280. And this one, everybody pretty much agrees that this fireplace is $165. I'm going to click on it real quick, and I'm going to scroll down and see if all that's true. And see, now they're only showing it one place. So Walmart is saying it's $164. Let's click on it and see if Walmart even still agrees. See, and here's another thing. Right here, I clicked on it because there was only one price, and Walmart says, no, it's not $169. It's actually $220. The reason I'm showing you all this is I need to make sure that we are projecting an average retail. And again, if you went on and bought this from Walmart right now, it would be $220. So I'm going to now go back to my spreadsheet and I'm going to look. This is what we estimated the retail was. So as we just looked at, we saw that is a big 8-person tent. They said $274. We just found out that we think it's worth closer to $300. All right. This guy, the Bold Flame Fireplace in Chestnut, we just found out was worth $220. Okay. We're going to put that right there. And let's see. The next thing, we found that trampoline. Now they're showing it at $169, but we just saw the price and we think it's actually worth more, a street value of more of $280. All right. Try to ignore these quantity numbers. Sometimes we get in different things. But so now we know what we think the prices are for those. Let's go on to the next 3. 1, 2, 3. In this case, you're looking for a razor, a drift bike, and an egg chair. So let's go back and find out in our UPC item database, this guy here, we're going to put in all 3 of those. Okay. All right. So it only brought up 1 in this case. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it. Now it's saying that it's $128 at Walmart. I'm going to click on it here and see that Walmart's showing it as $128. Since there was only one price to go off of, I'm going to do one other thing real quick. And I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to go to Google. Okay, I'm going to look in shopping. And I'm going to hit that name. And I'm going to see. So Walmart says $128. Walmart also says $170. See that? These ones are different models. This one says, again, $170. And this guy, okay, so I'm going to go back and tell my folder that this one, where are you, Scooter? Okay, 141. We actually think it's more like 170. That's really more like the street value of it, all right? Now, you notice we tried to put this one in, but for some reason it didn't come up. I'm going to run it back to my UPC item database real quick and make sure that that's true. Yeah, it's saying, hey, we don't know what you're looking for here. We're not sure. We're not sure what it is. So I'm going to go back to my spreadsheet and I'm going to look it up underneath the title. It's a Mad Gear Drift Trike. I'm going to hit Control Copy. I'm going to close a few of these windows. Now I'm going to go back to Google and I'm going to type in that word. The Mad Gear Girls Drift Trike ranges in price here. It's about $140 on eBay. It's about $120 on Walmart, $150 at Walmart. All right, so I think about $150 is probably closer to accurate. So we're going to go over here, okay, and we're going to type that we think its street value is more like $150. All right. Then we're going to have to remember that this one is pink and teal. When we go looking for the pictures of it, we got to remember that it says pink and teal. All right, next, the Better Homes and Gardens Ventura Stationary Outdoor Kids Egg Chair. For whatever reason, when we went and put this UPC number in the UPC item database, it came up saying, hey, we don't have any record of it. All right, no problem. I'm going to go back and I'm going to use my long description here. And I'm going to take that long description of the Better Homes Gardens Ventura Stationary Outdoor Kids Egg Chair, and I'm going to take it to Google. And in this case, I'm in the shopping tab, and I'm going to look it up. All right, so let's see if we see one that says that it's a kid's egg chair. That seemed pretty unique. I'm not seeing anything that immediately says that. So let's go to all. Let's see if we go to all in Google. Here we go. All right. So here it is. It's the Better Homes and Gardens Stationary Outdoor Kids Egg Chair. All right. And I see that it's $127 at Walmart, $125 at Sears, $150, $160 on eBay. So I think a decent range for that's about $150. So now I'm going to go back and I'm going to say that this egg chair has a retail value of closer to $150. All right. All right, next three, we're looking for our Blackstone griddle, some chairs, and a rowing machine. So I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to get 1, 2, 3 of these. You can actually copy up to 5 at a time, and as you get better, you'll be able to do that. I might show you on the last 5 on this, but let's go ahead and go here. We're going to click on this. Okay, so of those 3, it brought me up 2 out of the 3. So let's start with this one. Okay, here we go. Is associated with ladder back rush seat chairs, set of 2. And this is telling me that we think the color on this is actually white. Notice how the picture brought up white. So now we know that when we want to go back where it had said multiple colors, we're going to put that we think they're white because that's what the UPC brought up. Okay, so going back to that, on these chairs, let me scoot you back real quick. So they're saying, they're calling it a dining set, but when you click on this, it actually comes up as the chairs. There you go. There's a better picture of the chairs. So let's go down here and see. Okay, so on eBay, they're $150. Obviously, 2 chairs are not that much money. That's kind of crazy. Let's click on the Walmart link and see how much Walmart wants for them. Okay, so now Walmart says they're $94, but you see right here, it says they used to be $159. Okay, so we're going to go somewhere in between, $160 and $95. So about $130 for this pair of chairs. So we're going to go back to our thing, and we're going to type right over here that we think that these chairs are actually a closer street value of about $130. All right. Now we're going to go back to our UPC item database, and we're going to figure out how much this Sunny Health and Fitness rowing machine is. Let's scroll down and see. All right, so Walmart says it's $89. Home Depot says it's $75. Kohl's says it's $150. All right, so let's click on the Walmart link and see. Okay, so now Walmart's saying $94. So as you can see, the prices fluctuate. So Kohl's said $150. Walmart's saying $95. Let's call it $125. So we're going to go back here, and we are going to mark that this has a street value of $125. All right. Now, it did not bring up our Blackstone Adventure Ready griddle, which is kind of surprising. Let me try this UPC one more time. Okay, so once again, it did not come up, but that's okay. Because we have this long title, we're going to go ahead and control copy. Okay, and we are going to actually go to Google. Let me close a couple of these. Okay, we're going to go to Google. And we're going to look it up. All right, so here we have our Blackstone Adventure Ready with griddle with stand and adapter hose. Ours says Adventure Ready 22-inch griddle. with bag. Here we go. All right, so here it is at Walmart. Here it is with Amazon. Just for a change of pace, let me go ahead and show it to you on Amazon, all right? Amazon says that there's a few different choices from these sellers. All right, so some people have it at $208. Some people have it at $210. So it's between about $208 and $220. So let's call it $210. So we're going to go back here, and we are going to call the retail on this guy. More like $210, right? Okay, so we've got that there. All right, so we got our, we got our adventure ready griddle. We got our chairs. Now we're going to go after our rowing machine. Let's see if this guy comes up. We're going to go to our UPC item database. Okay, so here's our Sunny Health and Fitness rowing machine. Oh, so that is the one that we did. And I believe that we decided that on that one, the world kind of decided, Kohl's had it at 150 and, okay, that's right. We guessed 125. Forgive me for going backwards there. All right. So let's look at these next ones. 1, 2, 3. In this case, I'm going to show you 4 of them. Control copy, control copy. Going up to my UPC item database. All right, so it pulled up all 4. All right, now I've got a pen and paper next to me here so that I've got the bike. All right, we've got the blinds. We've got the dollhouse. And we've got the puzzle mat, all right? So I'm going to click on the Kent Ambush Boys bike. And I'm going to look down where Walmart says 74, eBay says 110. All right, I'm going to call this thing having a street value of $100. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to figure out what the blinds are. And it looks to me, let's see that if Walmart still thinks they're $50. Okay, so it's also telling me that they're 58 by 64. Even though it says multiple sizes there, it's coming up with 58 by 64. So while they are $50 a set, I need to remember that this is the size. Notice up here, it had said multiple sizes. But now we know that they are 58 by 64. That's valuable information, right? And we also know, because this one has the same, that's odd, that this thing has the same UPC, that's a mistake, but that this one here is the same, no, notice that this one's a slightly different UPC, so we'll have to look that one up. It might be a different size. All right, so here we go. $56 is what they said. That's fine. $56 is fine. We saw that it was 50, but you know, close enough. I'll put 50 right there. But usually I choose whichever value is higher, either what the manifest says it is or what I'm finding to be the national retail. Okay, so we figured out the boys' bike. We're going to go back here, and we are going to look at the dollhouse. All right. Bunch of different people have this for sale, $150, $200 on eBay. Let's see. Where is Walmart? $156 on Walmart. Let's see what Walmart's got to say right now. It might be on closeout because of the fact that Christmas is over. So similar ones sell for about $100, $150, $175. I'm going to go back here. Okay. And I am going to go ahead and call this one $150. This price, remember, might have been a closeout because it was the end of the holiday. But as you saw, the prices have gone back up, and that happens fairly regularly. All right, so we got that one. All right, we already got our blinds, right? And again, like I said, I usually don't go lower than this because this is this has to do with what I paid for it. So I'm going to make... I'm going to change that back to 56. Now, I noticed that something's wrong with this thing's UPC. It shouldn't match this one. So let me see if I can find out if I just control copy this description. And go, let's say, home to Google. And there you go. They came from Walmart, so there's the description. Okay, so it says this item is unavailable. Let me roll back. Let's see if I can find another. How about if I look at images? Okay, so women's, unfortunately, that's not going to tell me too much. Medium, Washington. Medium, Washington, Walmart. Some of these websites I hate to go to because of that. But okay, so we can see that it does say Washington, okay? I don't know how much they're supposed to be, and of course that's on Groupon, so I'm going to go ahead and probably go with whatever the spreadsheet says they are. And in this case, it says 56. That might have been the blinds. I'm just going to call it 50, and I'm also going to remove this because that's not the right UPC. And, you know, we make mistakes, obviously. But, okay, so then once again, we're back to some more cordless blinds. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 and see if we can find all 4 of these. Oh, I lost my... So I'm going to go back to my UPC item. Sorry about that. My UPC item database. And again, because I can look up 4 at a time, I'm going to go there. And I'm going to click in all 4. We'll see how many of them come up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. So again, I've got my piece of scratch paper here. And it looks like the Pet Waterer. Let's see. Home Depot says 25. These guys say 25. So I'm guessing that for most reputable things, it's between $25 and $35. Okay, so again, see, and now I click it on Walmart and it's 24. So let's go ahead and call the Pet Waterer $30. That's a decent average retail. All right, let's go back. What else do we have? We have the little snug and secure swing. It looks like it's about 23 to 42. So we'll just make this easy and we'll call it 40 for the little safe and secure swing. The little umbrella stroller, it's fine. $20 is fine. And then the cordless blinds, if I click on this, it's going to tell me which size it is, probably. Let me scroll on down. No, those ones are going to be about $40 for the blinds. And again, did you notice that when the UPC came up, it told me the size? It's 46 by 64. And again, see, the price has changed. So these blinds are actually $45, and their size is 46 by 64. So I'm going to go back, and where it said multiple sizes, I'm going to change that to 46 by 64. And I'm going to change it that these blinds, okay, because 48's fine. That's what we paid on them. Okay, we did that. The snug and secure swing, I believe, was $40. All right. The Pet Waterer, I think we came up with, was $30. And then the My Sweet Love umbrella stroller, I think we decided was $20. That was the price that Walmart was showing. So now what we know is what we have in terms of price. Just to show you the difference. They said that these items were worth $18.48. We are saying that they are worth $2,424. This is important because, obviously this represents a national retail. So these are the numbers I want. I don't ever want this column to be less than this because this is based on what I paid for it. But remember, they send me all kinds of lists with things that are missing, things that are broken, things that are incomplete. So even though this number is higher, by the time I weed out all of their broken and damaged items, this is probably closer to the truth. But this is why I need to know what the average national retail is, because not everybody shops at Walmart. Some people buy at Kohl's or at Home Depot, so that's important. All right, so what have we done so far to this palette? Let me just go ahead and color this for you. This is the palette we're working with right now. So here's the good news. We took what was blank and we made its nice little title list. Right? Then we went over and verified what the prices were. Now what we need to do is we need to get the photos that are going to be for these items. You might find it beneficial to print this out so that you can still see the lot numbers. But I'm going to show you on this how we're going to get the pictures. Just since we're starting this Easy. You'll get faster at it. And again, if you have a piece of scratch paper, it will make it easier for you to remember what to number the photos. But let's begin with our Coleman 8-person cabin tent. All right, I'm going to click on the UPC code. And I'm going to type it in here. Okay. All right, so I'm going to zoom and see if I like any of the pictures that come up on the zoom. I'm always looking for JPEG. PNGs will sort of work, but I don't ever want web pages or anything like that. But I can show you how to take screenshots in case you don't know. So this picture's all right. I don't love it, but I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller so that it'd be nice if I could see my. It'd be nice if I could see my lot numbers and the thing at the same time. But anyway, what we're working with right now is 15QQ. All right, I'm going to make a note of that. All right, I'm going to go back. So this is an all right picture. I don't love it, but hey, just in case I couldn't find anything else, I'm going to right-click it. I'm going to save this as, and on my desktop, remember that I made a folder that said UPC Pictures for Test Video. So I'm in there. Now, I'm going to name this 15QQ-2. Why am I naming it -2? Because I don't love it. It's an all right picture, but it's not my favorite. If I find nothing else, then number 2 will become number 1. But I know that because you and I looked at it before, that there's better pictures out there. I'm going to go ahead and save that. All right. Then I am going to scroll down. Whenever I can, I'm going to choose Walmart. They have the most usually JPEG good images. So I'm going to click on it here. And the picture that I'm really looking for, the one that I like best, is this one. This one that shows him outside. Now, the problem with this picture is that it shows this additional tent over here, and I don't like that. So I'm going to show you a little trick right here. This is my snipping tool, okay? The snip and sketch tool. If you go in here and type snip into your computer, it's going to bring you up your snip and sketch. If you don't know about it, it's a wonderful way to take screenshots off of your own computer. So once again, I like this photo best. I don't like this because people might say, hey, we thought that there was 2 tents. There's not. So I'm going to go down to my snipper, and I'm going to tell it to make me a new one. And then I'm going to take this lovely photo and crop out that other one. Now I'm going to go up and I'm going to save this as this PC, desktop, my UPC Pictures for Test Video folder, and I'm going to name it 15QQ-1. Okay? Save. All right. Now I'm going to flatten this down. I'm going to, let's see if I can refresh this to get back. Okay, there we go. I'm going to refresh this to get back to the photos, and I'm going to look to see if there's any other photos I like. I'm going to scroll down here. I like that one. Absolutely, I like that one. Very cool. That one's super cool. So I'm going to right-click it. I'm going to save this as 15QQ-3. So now we have 3 images of that tent. Also, when I go back and look here, this is a $274 item. Because it's $274, that's not inexpensive. I'd like to have several pictures of it, 3 to 4 pictures. Now we have 3. Let's go back one more time. And let's find one more photo that we like. How about this one? All right. All right. Now I'm going to right-click it, and I'm going to save this as 15QQ-4. Save. All right. So now I've got 4 pictures that coincide with that lot number. Fabulous. All right. Now I'm going to go back to my spreadsheet, and I'm going to go after 34QQ. I'm making a note that that's the number. And I also know that it's a fireplace in Chestnut. I think that you and I tried to find this with the UPC, and it might not have come up, but let me find out. I'm going to hit Control Copy. I'm going to go back to my UPC finder. Okay, no, it does come up. So I'm going to hit Zoom, and I do like this picture. So I'm going to right-click it, and I'm going to save this as, make sure that I'm in the right folder. I'm going to save it as 34QQ-2. I'm making it -2 in case any better pictures come up or I find ones with better resolution. All right, this item is $208, so I want several pictures of it because it's worth some, serious money. So I'm going to go back here. I'm going to close this out. I'm going to go down to hopefully the Walmart link. And then I'm going to see what picture I really like. I think I just got that one, so I'm going to click on this one. going to make it as big as I can. Okay, nice picture. I'm going to right click on this one and I'm going to save this as 34QQ-1. Save. Now let's see what else they've got going on. Okay, I think that's the one we already got. This is a nice one. I'm going to right click this one and it's going to be 34QQ-3. It looks like that's about all they've got. And anytime you want to go back to see, you can hit refresh right there. All right, there's one more there. All right, so how about, I don't remember if we already got that one, but that's okay. Doesn't matter. We're going to go 34QQ-5. By the way, if you were to name this 34QQ-8 because you couldn't remember what number you were on, or 7 or 8, don't worry. It will fall in line. What's most important is that number 1 is my favorite picture, then number 2, number 3, number 4. But if you can't remember what number you are on, you can say -2, -6, -9, -12, and I believe that they will fall in line. And if that's not true, I can photo edit on this end and renumber those pictures. So don't worry too much about that. But with me, when it's a fireplace, my favorite picture is always going to be the fireplace inside of a home. When it's a tent, my favorite picture is always going to be a tent actually out camping with a happy family. When it's an inflatable pool, my favorite picture is always going to be the one of the whole family splashing around in the pool. Think cover of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. I want cover photos. That's what sells these items. Pictures of cardboard boxes, not so much. But so if I'm looking at this picture here versus this one, which is Amy's favorite? This one. But if chosen between that one and this one, which is Amy's favorite? This one. It's all beautiful. It's nice and cozy. They got a blanket. This is my favorite. People want to be able to envision it in their own homes. Okay. I'm going to close a couple of these out. I am going to go back to my little list, and now we've got 2 of them done. Now, how about the Bounce Pro trampoline? I'm going to make a note that it's lot number 54QQ. I'm also going to look and see that it's worth a couple, it's worth, well, look, we think it's worth $280. So I want to make sure to get lots of good pictures of it. I'm going to hit Control Copy. All right, and then I am going to go back to my UPC Atom database. All right, so here it is. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on this. It's an all right picture, but see how it doesn't have the background? I like it, but it's not my favorite. But just in case, I'm going to right-click it, and I'm going to call this one 54QQ-2. Then I'm going to go on the hunt for a better picture. Always my first choice is Walmart. eBay's hit and miss, but Walmart's always good. In this case, let's go look at eBay. I'll see what I can show you about eBay. All right, so we don't mind that one. Let's see what other pictures they have. All right, so it's got lots of those. That's cool that it's got that flashlight zone. Oh, whatever. Click on it to enlarge. That's very cool. I will try to right-click on this and save image as 54QQ. Let's go -4 because I don't know how many other pictures I'm going to like in there. So I'm going to go back and... You remember how you and me decided it was like, I don't know, $280, but the eBay thing showed, or I'm sorry, the Walmart showed it was like $176? Well, one thing that you can do is something like this. So there's the picture of it, in fact, and this one actually shows the measurements, which is cool. Let me click on that real quick. See how it shows the measurements? That's a nice thing for people to be able to see, and they can't say, oh, I didn't know what size it was. So I'm going to go ahead and call this one, save image as 54QQ-7. Okay, I don't care. It can be way down there, but all right. So now let's just say that I wanted to show people that it's $280 on eBay. I could go back down to my snipping tool. All right. And I could go and show them that. All right. And then I could save this as 54QQ- how about 5. Okay, that shows them, hey, you don't believe me? There's the price right there. Somebody in the world, they wouldn't be listing it for that price if they didn't think it was going to sell. So now I show people it's a national average. All right, but now I'm going to go back to this just to show you. So as you can see, eBay's hit and miss. Walmart's always your best bet. Target is terrible for pictures. You'll figure it out as you go along. But it looks like for Amy, that's going to be her favorite picture right there. Why? Because it's a kid in a backyard. Yay, yay, yay. Right click, Save image as 54QQ-1. And we've got it. All right, now I'm going to go back to my sheet. All right, how about that Razor Black Label electric scooter? All right, I can't remember. I feel like you and I couldn't find it. Remember, we had to go to a separate thing. So I'm going to go ahead and control copy the title line. And I'm going to go up to Google. And I'm going to type this into Google. Okay? So there we have our Razor Black Label electric scooter for kids. Unfortunately, I don't know what color it is. But if I used this picture, of course, now she's got it in blue. So I'm going to go ahead and let me go back real quick. I'm going to see if anywhere on here it tells me what color it is. And it doesn't. And for whatever reason, I don't think our UPC worked. The nice thing about UPCs is they will tell you the color. But I think you and I tried this UPC. Oh, I'm sorry. No, there it is. Okay, it was there the whole time. And good thing that we checked because look, this one's actually purple. The UPC code knew what color it was. So this means that we can't sell it to somebody who then says, oh, I thought it was purple. You know, if they were buying it for a guy, they might not like that it was purple. So let me click on this. That's a terrible picture, so we know we don't want that. Okay, so let's scroll on down and let's go to this picture. Okay, there it is. Now, I forgot because I'm bad what its lot number was. It is 78QQ. All right, let's go back to where we were. See if we can find a picture of that happy girl riding on the sucker again. Unfortunately, we can't. And we're not going to chase it too far looking. So we're going to click on this. Click on this. Okay. We are going to right click this and save it as 78QQ-1. Save. I'm going to scroll through, see what else I like. That's a nice one. Save image as 78QQ-2. Save. See what else we got. And there we go. How about that one for the third one? Save image as 78QQ-3. Good enough for us. All right, great. Moving right along. Let me get back to my spreadsheet. All right. Remember with that Mad Gear Drift Trike, what we learned was that when we pulled it up, I think that we found out, didn't we find out that this thing was like hot pink and, didn't I see that on here? Yes, pink and teal right there. So, again, I'm going to click on this and I'm going to go find me some pictures of it. Before I do, I'm going to remind myself that it's lot number 87QQ. I'm going to make a note of it on my little scratch pad. It's 87QQ. All right, and here I go, back to home. I'm going to go to my good old buddy Google, and I'm going to type in this description. All right, there it is. Let's click on this. Let's look for some pictures. Okay. We like that, but of course it's the wrong color. Let's see what else they got. No pictures of any cool girls riding their cool thing. So, all right, we're going to do what we got to do. We're going to right-click this, and we're going to save it as 87QQ-1. Save. What's next? There you go. That looks good. Save image as 87QQ-2. All right. We don't want that one. It's the wrong color. We don't want that one. It's the wrong color. That one's got size. That's nice. Save image as 87QQ-3. Save. Cool. All right. That's probably enough for now. Let me close a few of these out. All right. Let's get back. All right. Now how about that Better Homes and Gardens?
This is a reminder. Resume advertising campaign.
Sorry about that. I'm going to copy this.
This is a reminder. Resume advertising campaign.
Okay, sorry about that. So now I'm gonna make myself a note that we're looking for lot 110QQ. Okay, it's the Better Homes and Gardens egg chair. But when I believe that we tried to use the UPC and we couldn't find it. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy this long description. And then if I go to Google and I put it in there, it will usually come up as Walmart because I literally stole that line directly from Walmart. So here we go, right over here. All right, now I made a note that it's 110QQ. I wouldn't want to use, well, that's not bad. That's not a bad picture because it shows that. Let's see what else they've got going on. That's pretty cool, but people might get confused. I'm thinking that this is going to be my number one image, all right? I'm going to say save image as 110QQ-1. Save. Now I'm going to scroll through and see what else they got. That's cool. Save image as 110QQ-2. Save. Oops, sorry. All right, save image as 110QQ-3. Save. No, don't care about that. All right, and that's about it. It would have been kind of nice if they showed a size of it. How about this one? Okay, so this one kind of shows so that they can kind of see that it's, you know, it's for little kids. Now, in case we were worried that somebody would say, well, we thought it was the big one, even though it says that it's for kids, remember your snipping tool. Okay, so I can go here, I can do a new one, and I can go, all right, now I'm going to call this one, save as 110QQ, and let's put -7. I know that I didn't have that many, but that's just, I'm just being safe. So it'll line up next to the others. Fabulous. All right. Next up we have, all right, how about our Blackstone Adventure Ready griddle with bonus carry bag? Make a note that it's lot 117QQ. All right, 117QQ. I'm going to copy this. Okay, 117QQ, and we are going to, let's say, Google it. We're going to add that long description right here. All right, and the one that we were looking for was, it seems like we found it on Amazon, as I recall. Where were you? I just want to make sure that we get it right. All right, Blackstone Adventure Ready Griddle. Let me go back up here real quick. I know that you and I had found it. Let me try one other thing here. I thought that our UPC didn't work, but I could be wrong about that. Let me run back here. Let's see what happens if this comes up. I'm not sure if it does or not. We're going to try it again in our good old friend UPC item database. Nope, that's why we had to go back. Okay, so I'm going to go back here and look. I'm going to go to all. How about shopping? What happens if I pull up shopping? That's where we just were. What about images? Okay, let's see if we can find it on images. I just hate that none of these are the exact right word. But this says that it's the 22-inch Adventure Ready griddle. So I wonder if it's this one. Is this it? Is this it? The Adventure Ready? See, and you see that? It's a good thing we didn't take the picture of the other one because this one doesn't necessarily have legs. Let's click on this and let's find out if it's so this is ours. That's our Blackstone Adventure Ready griddle with bonus carry bag. Okay, so let's look at some pictures here. Let's see what we got. All right, so I'm going to scroll back up here. And in all that excitement, I think I forgot to write down what its number is. It's 117QQ. All right, sorry, going back. Let me close that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click on this, and this is going to be 117QQ-1. Save. How about 117QQ-2? Save. And 117 QQ-3. Excuse me, -3. Save. All right, we got it. All right. What is next? All right, now we've got those chairs that we had looked for before, the ladder rush chairs. And again, I don't remember. I think this UPC worked. So we're going to try the UPC. We're looking for lot 134 QQ. All right, 134 QQ. I'm going to go to my UPC item database finder. And again, they're pulling up as white. So on this one, I'm going to go ahead and click on this one and say 134 QQ-2. Save. Then I'm going to scroll down and see if there's any better pictures at Walmart. I don't remember if that's the same picture or not, but fair enough. We'll call this one. Save image as 134 QQ-1. All right, we're done. We got that one done. All right, going back. After that, also you'll notice that the lower the number, the higher the value. When you start getting down into these where it says processing, you won't really even need to get, you don't need to really even get these pictures. So in this one's case, basically, let me see if I can. Oh, whoops, I messed up. So on these ones, we're only going to go to about here, because by the time you get to the ones that say PRSC, that means that we're giving them to processing, and they have a different way of getting pictures. So really all you're doing in this case is basically anything that's about $60 and above. When you get into the 56 or the 60 and below, or you get to where it says dash processing, you can stop there on that particular palette. All right, so now we're going back to our, now the next one we have is that row and ride rowing machine. That's going to be 135 QQ. I'm going to go up to my UPC finder. Okay. All right, so she's going to be my favorite picture because she's a pretty girl. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to save her as 135 QQ-2. I might be able to find her in better resolution, so I'm not sold on her, but I like her better than that. If you weren't sure, you could also go right here and try this one. But see that? It's a web file. So I don't want that. However, if I did want this picture, I could go to my snipping tool, make a new snip, and do this. Okay, and you can get them. You just have to do it a different way. So then I'm going to save this one as 135 QQ-5. I don't know if it's going to be my favorite or not, but no problem. All right, and then real quick, I'm going to go to the link itself and see if I can find any more pictures of pretty women on rowing machines. So there she is again. Just to be safe, we're going to go ahead and grab her again because she's lovely. We're going to call her 135 QQ-1. Okay, and then we're going to scroll through, see if there's anything else that shows measurements. We kind of already got that one. That's kind of cool. Let's right click this one and let's call this one 135 QQ-3. And that's certainly enough for an item of that value. Okay, going back to our thing here, we are nearly done. We just did that guy. Now let's get our puzzle mat, our bike, our dollhouse, and then we should be done. I'm going to show you a little trick here and see if it works. I'm going to grab all three of these, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to copy them. 1, 2, 3. Control copy, control copy. I always hit it twice. Then I'm going to make myself a note that 139 QQ is the mats, like the puzzle mats. All right. 147 QQ is the bike. And 156 QQ is the dollhouse. And I'm going to show you a little trick here. Now we're going to go back up to our UPC item database. And we're going to punch all three of them in. And all three of them came up. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to begin with the puzzle mats. All right. That was 139 QQ. I'm going to zoom here. And I'm going to right click this, save image as 139 QQ-2. Save. Then I'm going to go down and see where else I can find them. Boy, oh boy, I guess there's an awful lot of them mean, that's 96 feet. That says $154. I'm going to go and make sure that we have the correct pricing on those. I'm going to call those 150. Sometimes there's 8 to a pack, but that one's got, an awful lot. So again, you can disregard that number. But see, once again, we would have just left money on the table. Oh, was I on the wrong line here? I apologize. Let me go back to where I was. 150. Okay, yeah, that's right. So what 150 is where we thought it was, and I believe that we thought that bike was $100 while we were doing it. So, all right, so let me get back to 139QQ. All right, 139QQ. Save image as. 139QQ-1 is fine. We can scroll through and see if they have, by any chance, like a picture of them actually in a garage. Save that as 139QQ-3. All right. We don't need that many of this, but it's not, it's $150. It's not cheap. So there you go, but we don't really need that one. If you want it, there, we'll just do it just to show you. So 139QQ- how about 5? It's fine. Perfect. Okay, so we've got that one. Now we're going to go back to UPC item database, and remember that we had all 3 pulled up. I'm going to take my back button, go back. We already got that one. So now let's go after the kid's bike. All right. Now with a bike, generally speaking, I'm fine with you just clicking on this and saving this one as. But see, it's a web file, so we can't do that. So what we got to do is we'll try this. These ones look slightly different to me, but let's see if this one comes up. Save image as. How about 147QQ-1? Save. All right. On that one, on a bike, generally one picture is fine. I mean, unless it's an electric bike. If it's an electric bike, I want several pictures because they're very expensive. All right. Now, we're going to go back again. All right. And we're going to go to that My Dream Dollhouse. I'm going to zoom on it, and I'm going to see if this picture is a JPEG, which it is. I'm going to call this one 156QQ-2. Save. I'll see if this one works too. Save image as. It does. 156QQ-3. Save. And then real quick, I will scroll down to a Walmart if I can find it and see if there's any other fabulous pictures of it. There's another picture. That's a different little gal, I think. So we're going to call her 156QQ-1. Save. Okay. Now I can close out a few of these windows. All right. I'm going to take you back to... All right. So right now on this particular palette, since we stopped at these numbers, again, you don't have to do it. If it drops below $60 or it has that processing line, you don't have to worry about it. Those go to a different section of my empire to be tagged by a different process. So what you've got now is you took this palette, you took the long name, and you turned it into a shorter title that fits neatly into right about nice little, like that. It still has its long description. My staff will go in and type whether it's new or used or whether it came in black. They'll enter in those descriptions. Obviously, there's no way you could know that because you're not here. But these are the UPCs we used. In some cases, the UPCs you'll find won't go anywhere, but usually you can find it by using a keyword search. If you're just not sure, you can always leave me a note over here that says, hey, Amy, I couldn't find this one. You could not find, and leave me that as a note. Or, in this case, you could go down to these ones that are 56 and below, and you can put, how about below $60 retail, which probably tells me that you noticed it was below 60 and you didn't take the pictures of these ones for that reason. All right, let me copy that. So below 60. All right, so that kind of tells me you're leaving me a note there. And don't worry, the customer will never see it. All this data has to be changed by me to add it to the catalog. And as you can see, So you can leave me little notes there. You can add another column if you want to start it so that every time you leave me a note, you highlight them in orange so that I know it's from you. We can figure out a system on that, no problem. But don't worry about messing up this data, because even in Google Sheets, I can go backwards to a previous file version of a file history. So don't worry about messing anything up. But so that is how you get me a completed spreadsheet with the title and the average national street pricing and the pictures. So let's talk about the picture file. All right. So here we have the UPC pictures for test video. I'm going to right click it and I'm going to send it to a zipped folder. All right. So there we have an exact twin of that. I'm going to set it right here. And then I'm going to go into my email. Okay, for the training video. All right, I address it to myself already, and then I put that there. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller, and if I can see that zipped folder, then I'm just going to drag it right over here. Now, it's going to take it a minute to upload because it's got a lot of pictures in it, but then you can send it back to me in that way, in a zipped file, in a Google Drive link. At this point, you might want to walk away and, grab a, cup of coffee or whatever. We'll get a better system on that. But as you can see, you are uploading that, and then once you hit send, you will be able to send me back the completed pictures. And if you do the titles inside of Google Sheets, you won't need to send me that because it's already inside Google Sheets. If you feel more comfortable copying the spreadsheet, using that as a copy and sending that back to me, that's fine also. Sometimes when I'm editing the girls' things, I go in and make my own little folder so that I can't mess up their data, and that's more than fine. So let's get back down here and let's look at our thing. Okay, so as you can see right here, even during a training video, that spreadsheet took 1 hour, okay, for me to do it, send it, and all that stuff. So that's 1 hour. Obviously, when I'm not doing a training video or when I'm concentrating on this, doing it, we should be able to get that time down. I would like to ideally get it down to where about each one of those palettes takes about 30 minutes. So if I send you over a spreadsheet that has 20 of those palettes on it, I would like the titles and the pricing and the picture files to take no more than 10 hours. So that's the price point that I'll be looking at for that work. I think it should take about 30 minutes per palette. And again, you will get faster. But for now, I'm going to send you off this training video and have you go over it. And you can get back to me with any questions. Obviously, I know it's going to take you an hour to go through the video. If you decide to go through it twice, that's fine. Do what you need to do and bill me for the time because you're learning. So if you want to book, that it took you 2 hours to go over this video, I completely understand. You can go back the second time and take notes, but that's how we do what we do to build the catalog. So I'm going to end this video and I'm going to send it off to you and we'll continue on from here. Thanks.